So that's my problem with some of these rants. How are you going to fix it if you're not letting them know? How do they know they weren't being dicks unless you let them know?
How the fuck do you think that that's okay?
It doesn't matter. People are crazy. You just need to let them know. Sometimes they just don't know. And they're like,
if they don't know, a honk is not going to change them. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
If you don't know that stopping in the middle of the road for 5 fucking minutes is not okay, I don't get how a honk's going to change.
You got the
that.
right horn. They're moving.
You're just fucking stupid.
I completely beg to differ. I'm going to go ahead and just sound you off. I've got the loudest train horn on the fucking market on my truck. I guarantee you, if I lay into that bitch, you are not only going to shit yourself, your kids are going to shit yourself that you haven't even had yet.
Cup to cup.
Oh, I mean, it was Sinister Coyote. What the H?
Did you not remember?
He doesn't remember.
Yeah, the name generator.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
I forgot mine, to be honest
That's
with you.
dope.
How do I sound? Like, do I sound like I'm dying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
You sound like shit, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. I feel like shit. So.
That's warmed up. That's good.
We're like, all right, do you want to have Jose or one of the guys like fill in for you? And you can tell he's like a lone soldier. He's like, fuck no. No. Hell no.
I love
I
it.
got this.
Soldiering on.
Dude, this is a way, like if you let somebody do your job for 1 second and they do a little bit better than you, then hey, your job may not be there when you get back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, no, you
Right.
guys, you gotta stand your ground, man.
My old basketball coach used to tell a story about Joe DiMaggio and the player he took his spot. The player was like out sick for like a week, and Joe DiMaggio came in and never sat again. And that player, like, he's like, "Do you know what his name is? Because no one else does."
Kev, do you want to? I mean, I'm not saying you're going to lose your job, but do you want to have Chase introduce the show?
Fuck no.
All right, well, introduce the show and let's get this bad boy going.
Welcome everybody to Cup to Cup, episode number 13. This is nuts, man. I feel like shit, but I'm here. I got enough caffeine and liquids in my body. I'm definitely gonna have to take a pee break. I'm just letting you know. Anyways, we got a special guest today, Mr. Trevor Lakin.
That's me.
Nice. The Shirtless Preacher.
That is me. What's happening?
Welcome, man.
Thank you. I've only done one other podcast, truth be told, and I won't name it for certain names, but I don't even think I do remember the name of it, but it wasn't really relevant. I was just like, we were at where the fuck were we at? Lazy Moon. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's like a college pizza bar. Phenomenal pizza, like huge slices. Like they have one called like the Boxcar Willie. It's all for like broke college kids, where it's like there's gigantic New York slices of pizza, and you can get like a PBR with it for like $4. Anyhow, completely irrelevant.
You had me a pizza and beer.
Oh, it's great. It's phenomenal. If you're ever in Orlando, it's over by UCF. It's totally worth it. To go check it out. But yeah, I was there, and then they were like, I just saw like everything's going crazy around the bar, and these guys are just sitting there with like their headsets on. They've got like all this like technical shit on the table and everything, and they're not even yelling. You can see they're like talking in a very calm voice while everybody else is losing their mind. And I'm like, I'm like, is this like a fucking secret society or some shit? What's going on? And my buddy is like, hey, you want to come over? I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay. What's up? He's like, oh, it's a podcast. I was like, what? Like, don't you have to be in a studio for that shit? And he's like, no, we're good. Just jump on and grab some headphones. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. And the guy was like, hey, what's up, bro? I'm like, all right, fuck. I didn't know you could just kind of do it anywhere, but all right, cool.
That's the great thing about a podcast.
Yep.
You can just say, fuck it, anywhere in the world.
It is.
Yeah,
it's true,
you
man.
just load up and do it.
I will say before we move on, Kev, you didn't even introduce Chase or myself. Did you realize that?
Look, I was getting to it. I mean, we're just getting Trevor, you know.
He just went balls deep. He's like, I feel like shit, yeah. Shirtless Preacher. That's it. We're done. We're good here.
It's all that flu medicine.
It's good. It's reminding me of the Whiskey Kev. I'm wondering if it's going to be Whiskey Kev or Thick Kev that we're going to like the most.
Look, I said I got lots of liquids in my body. I didn't say what's in here. I don't know
It's
what I
whiskey.
got.
There we go.
I'm already digging Whiskey Kev. I'm digging
Yeah.
Whiskey Kev right now.
So you've bodybuild, furniture designer, real estate investor, and motivational speaker. What else have I missed? I feel like there's like 15 other things you don't sleep.
I think that's. I mean, yeah. Besides sleep, yeah. Fuck sleep, dude. I think that's really about it. Let me reach back in my brain real quick. All right, 2009, I did my first bodybuilding show. I got introduced by a girl to. Well, I was at a gym training, and there was a super hot chick there, and she was competing and whatnot, and I was like, I can fucking do that. So, of course, like the following year, I went and jumped into my first show. Got dead last place, but I totally thought I was hot shit, and I got first, and I was severely humbled. But and then I promised oh shit, no. Okay, cool. My screen like just went black, like it wanted to try to sleep. Okay, going back to it.
Heart
I
attack.
did two more shows in 2011. I came in a little bit heavier. The second show was actually in 2011 was really the one that was kind of like one of those, you know, you have like those defining moments in your life where like, holy shit, I evaded death. And, you know, and like you have those glory day talks with, you know, whoever.
Yeah.
This was like my glory day talk. So I started out, they call it like off season. When you're off season, it basically means like you're not going to be doing any competitive shows or anything, and you carry like a heavier amount of weight on you.
I'm in off season right now.
Yeah, right.
I'm in a permanent off season.
So the difference between on season and off season, like how much are you eating like versus not? Are you actually dieting off season versus what you do like normal season?
You're supposed to like if you're you know, if you're I guess you can say a quote unquote true bodybuilder, everybody is different, you know, and literally the exact definition of the term, everybody is different. I always carry a heavier weight. I'm 6'1" and 250 right now. When I competed, I stepped on stage at 185, and I'm obviously still 6'1".
What?
So,
Damn.
yeah.
That's nuts,
Yeah.
dude.
So,
What the?
yeah. So whenever I started, let me back up, and that's the my Quentin Tarantino intro. So let me
Yeah.
let me fill you in. So when I started when I came back in 2011, I hired a coach and we were part of a group called Team Physique. So it was good to have that camaraderie as a team to kind of bring you together. And I think it was like right about like 260 when I started. And, so I was like fat, like not like, oh no, I was like fat. So, the coach, Joe, I talked to him and he goes, so what weight class do you want to be? And I was like, all right, so I want to step on stage and the light heavyweights. And he goes, right. So, you know, at the top of light heavyweights, that's 198.5 that you have to be at. And they're very exact. Like it's within like almost ounces that you come into weight.
Damn.
He's like, where are you at right now? I was like, I'm at 260. He's like,
Jesus.
so he's like, what show are you talking, like next year's show? I was like, no, this year. And he's like, right. Okay.
And how far away was this
Yeah.
at this point?
Like, I think this was January.
And the
January,
show's when?
February. The show was in June.
That can't be healthy, right?
No, 100% wasn't healthy. I don't recommend anybody to do this. He literally, no shit. He goes, I mean, fuck it, whatever. I'll take your money. I'm like, okay, cool. So I paid him. I think it was like $500 at the time. He basically gave me a diet plan and like a general training thing, like a training outline and whatnot. Like I knew how to train, but this was just a little bit more specific. And I came down. I started out not going long drawn and bringing this into like a 17-hour podcast, but I started out at 260. And then when I stepped on that stage, or whenever I weighed in the Friday night before, because the shows are always on a Saturday, you weigh in at Friday night, typically around like between 4 to 6.
Yeah.
And I weighed in Friday at 185 when I started.
Damn.
So I dropped a total of 75 pounds in 13 weeks.
That's fucking crazy. So you went from bodybuilding and now you're
Yeah.
here and you're doing these Instagram videos and you're called the Shirtless Preacher. Where did the shirtless come from, bro?
I met my wife, Layla, back in 2011, and we worked together at Pirates Dinner Adventure. Ending that, of course, obviously, after you're together for a while, you have to do the right thing as a man and propose. She basically kind of gave me like an ultimatum. She's like, I'm not going to turn 30 without being like proposed to or married. So I decided, I was like, well, I have to do this. So not like a bad thing, like, oh damn it. I
was gonna say you started sounding like it was a bad thing. I'm like, this is not a good look.
And it's not. And I just, as those words are coming out of my mouth, I was like, oh, she's gonna fucking kill me whenever I go back.
Yep. Go ahead and backtrack.
Yeah, go ahead and cut all that out, Jay.
No. So why shirtless though? Why be shirtless? Why not like wear a bunny suit or something?
Trust me, I'm all about the attention and like, because like obviously attention creates brand, and brand awareness is, just not being, it's stepping away from obscurity to where people actually know you. So, and obviously sex sells. So with the Shirtless Preacher, it actually came from Kayla, and I totally have to give her total credit for it. Kayla Sperry. Do you remember her from high school?
Oh yeah.
Don't lie, Jay. Okay. Wait a second. Don't lie, Jason. You don't remember this girl.
just so Jay's wife is aware, he did not have any relations with her. I promise you, it's totally okay.
Why is that the first thing you guys got? Like, pretty blonde boy is like, he did not have relations with her, bro. Like,
that's a whole other podcast topic. But anyways, so yeah, I started like posting these videos and everything, and it was just stuff that I had inside my own head. But I was like, if I'm thinking about this, I guarantee somebody else is thinking about this, like the same type of, just everybody within their 30s, especially with our generation, is all about like self-development and everything like that, just trying to make themselves better. So I knew if I was on that track in my own head, somebody else would be. So there had to be some sort of an audience. And even if there wasn't, at least it's just like, it's documentation that I could give down to my grandkids and be like, all right, so when you're going through these moments, you can listen to my words, So,
and be shirtless at the same time.
Exactly. 100%.
And
be like, dude, my grandpa was fucking jacked. And then he wasn't. But yeah, so Kayla commented on it, and she goes, because I started posting the videos a little bit more frequently. Yeah. And she's like, all this like motivational talk and everything, and you're not wearing any clothes. Like, what are you, the Shirtless Preacher? And I was like, oh my God.
Yes, I am.
And then it just like, and like the fucking heavens opened, like no pun intended. Yeah, just of course, pyro again. Yeah. And so it's like a sledgehammer with pyro. It looked like a just what was going on in my head was like the monster truck rally, like Sunday.
Do you guys, so when it comes to like motivation, do you guys have the issue like I do? So you're going to the gym, you guys have like a certain playlist that gets you pumped, right? Mm-hmm. Can you listen to that same playlist if, let's say, if you're going to work or like go mowing the grass? Because I find myself like, I can get motivated, but there's moments where it's like, do not play motivated music. Like, I can't listen to that shit right now.
Yeah.
Or is that just me?
I think it's with the environment, like whatever you're doing, you got to get, like, if you're in the gym, you have to get in the zone, and you have to, depending, like if I'm facing like a good back day or something like that, or heavy legs or whatever else, it's always like heavy rap, or like not like death metal, but like Atreyu and everything. You guys remember Atreyu? Like I still like dig on them and everything like that. But I think it's appropriate with the environment, like for what you're going to be doing, to kind of set you up and get you in that headspace.
I can listen to the same music.
What is it, Eminem?
No, I mean, well, yeah, he's definitely on that playlist.
DMX, bro.
But no, I mean, I could listen.
Bro, DMX gives me so like.
For real? DMX does pump you up, man.
I think it's like sarcastic though now. Like it's almost a joke. I don't know. I can't. When I listen to DMX,
he's yelling at you. I mean, DMX is like your trainer, bro. Exactly. He's always yelling at you, like. Yeah.
I've always wanted to record like a parody where you kind of take a camera and you follow through the gym, and when it comes up to a person working out with a headset on, like their music pops up like a little bubble, And I love to see like the heavyweight guys listen to like Britney Spears and the little girls like jamming out to like hard rock. Because to me, like my shit, there's random stuff on there. I have NSYNC on some of my playlists. It's just
NSYNC's amazing. I don't care what anybody says.
But like a grown ass man listen to NSYNC while like doing chest day.
I have zero issue with that.
Yo, I like legit one of a really good friend of mine is pretty much a power lifter. He's strong as a fucking ox and in the gym. And we were training one day and he was just like, he was doing like all these, like the old school, like when you interlock your fingers and like do a wave with your arms, like the 70s moves and shit, you know, and like doing all the Saturday Night, whatever that fuck, you know what I'm talking, John
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'm sitting there and we've got a pretty significant amount of weight in the bar and we're going super hard in the paint. I look up at him and he's doing this and he's like doing the John Travolta, like pointing in the middle of the gym. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you listening to? And he's like, got the Bee Gees on. I was like, are you shitting me?
I love it.
Totally down on the Bee Gees. I was like, I mean, whatever gets you in the mood, man, that's up to you.
Just go around the gym with like a clipboard and like ask everybody what they're listening to. What are you listening to?
Take the headset out, like listen to it. All right, thank you, buddy, and put it right back.
It's just like put like a check mark
right
down.
In the middle of
like,
their set.
Who the fuck was that guy?
Yeah, got it. Christina Aguilera, got it. Bodybuilder,
check.
That's awesome.
Celine Dion, check.
We know what my Lady Gaga will be on.
Oh, you know you're jamming to Lady Gaga. Do you listen to the whole album, or is it just randomly
I
scattered?
hit shuffle on all my songs, man. But I mean, like 72% of it's Lady Gaga. So. Not literally.
And that gets
Not
you
literally.
going. Huh?
And then like the other 28% is Gorillaz.
No, it's mostly Gorillaz, but that's not. I skip over a lot of those songs though.
Well, because it's basically like stoner music. I would have to be chilling and hanging out at my house, just relaxing and listening to Gorillaz. I couldn't just play that at the gym and be like, all right, let's go.
Well, I mean, there's a couple songs that'll pump you up.
Which ones?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I love some
Gorillaz.
Gorillaz.
Aren't really
but,
gym music.
Yeah. I mean, neither is NSYNC. I just,
NSYNC is absolutely
power song, total power song.
Dude, you're saying bye 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 to all the fat as you build muscle.
That's getting crickets.
What? Come on, I got it. Someone agreed with me.
It was a pity laugh, bro. It was a pity laugh.
No, Trevor, you can be honest, Trevor. Be honest, Trevor. Was it a pity laugh?
No, I mean, man, your hair looks great today. That's how you know.
Now I know you're lying.
Yo, Kev, I'm sorry, buddy, but you sound so sad when you laugh when you're sick. You sound like you're dying.
No, that
bro.
was me making fun of. It was a pity laugh. It was a joke.
Okay, then it sounded actually
So
perfect.
yes, yeah.
I thought that was your legit laugh. I'm like, damn, this guy's dying, bro. Erica, get him some help.
Get him to the hospital now.
I just have a fucking cold. I'm not dying. Like I'm okay. Jesus Christ.
He's got dysentery.
Yeah, I didn't even call in sick to work.
We had a random question that we wanted to start out with for all of our guests before we start off with the show. And I honestly forgot about the last one, and I thought it sucked, so we're going to change it to this one. Since we always talk about movies, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Back to the Future. Back to the Future all the way.
Back to the Future. Wow.
I
like that one.
That's good.
The first one, right?
The OG, of course, like, you know, that kind of, you know, it gives the setting for the whole story and everything.
Is the second one top 10 for you also? Or is the second one like way behind the first one?
It's still good. I like it because, you know, it gives it's so cool to see like because the second one I think was made. Well, no, the first one was made back in like the late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Something like mid 80s, late 80s. And the second one was made probably in like the 90s, something like that. But it's cool to see like what they thought the future was going to be like.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the whole reason why I love it. I was like, man, it's really cool because it gives you a chance to kind of see what was going on inside their head to see what was really going to happen with the future, even though it was just a movie.
And
they
then
had such high hopes.
Yeah. And then they bombed on the third one.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the third one, you got to think about it. Like, you have such a totally different concept whenever they came back. Like, you're going to put somebody in a DeLorean and send them back in time. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But it was like a sweet ending, you know? I mean, do I like it? It's good, you know, but it's one of those things when I'm like, cleaning the house, whatever, and I just put the Back to the Future on.
Yeah.
And then I end up I like clean one curtain and then I
And
sit
then
down
sit
for the next 4.5 hours and watch all 3 of them.
Stare at the TV.
There's no just like catching 20 minutes of it and then going about with
Yeah.
my life. That's not happening.
That's how I felt when I watched it. I think it just got put on Netflix, Indiana Jones, and I was like, I gotta watch it.
Oh, dude.
And I just put it on.
Yeah.
That was my
long as
babysitter.
as long as it's not the new one. I mean, I didn't hate the new one, but like it's just not.
How
the
do you
same.
not hate the new
I
one?
don't
Stop.
hate the new
I don't-
one, man.
I
I
don't
don't.
hate
You
it.
man.
fucking
I'm sorry.
hate it.
The
You hate
ending,
it.
the ending was bad, but I don't hate it. I don't.
Yeah.
There's aliens, bro.
I love aliens.
Yeah.
So
I'm with
Totally.
Chase. I don't hate it. I mean, I saw where they went. They were trying to
Stop,
start a
dude.
new
not
Indiana
nearly
Jones
as
and failed.
good, but-
Bro, they were swinging from fucking vines like monkeys. Come on, man.
Okay.
Aliens are totally involved with that. They have to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're swinging from vines. Next step is clearly aliens.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that bad. I think you guys are hating.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible.
All right, let's move on to subs. I know we love some subs.
It's bracket time, baby.
Get excited.
Wait, did someone do a ooh?
I don't think so.
That was me.
Ooh.
I want to add that to it.
I was going to go at the end.
So today we have 2 matchups. We have the number 5 Quiznos versus the number 12 Witch, and the number 6 Subway versus the number 11 Blimpies. So who's going to start us off? Why don't we start with Quiznos versus Witch?
All right, Kevin, give it to me.
So last week, as you know, by following all of our social media platforms, I went to Witch with my daughters. It was very disappointing. I was the meat was good. First off, you got to walk in and fill out this whole application like you're about to, I was not very happy about that. I'm a guy that likes to look at the menu, tell you what I want, and be done with it. I don't need to fill out shit. I got 2 kids I got to deal with.
You know they have like pre-made subs that you can just be like, give me that one.
It's
Yeah,
experience.
but you got to fill it out on your fucking little bag thing.
But there's one like they have like an actual menu you can just put down like number 12.
Look, they just sat there and looked at me like, you should know what to do, man. Like, just do it. I was like,
So
You got
that's-
kids.
at
You should
that
know what
point,
to do.
It's on the employees.
So, anyways, I order it and I bring it back home. The meat on there was really good. I got an Italian sub, which I usually get Italians. That's what I like. So I got that. The meat was very good. The bread that's probably the worst bread that I've ever had.
Damn.
It was terrible, bro. It was like chalk almost.
What kind of bread?
Shit.
Is it only one kind of bread you can get?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. They didn't give me
No.
bread options.
Damn.
So anyways, they asked me if I wanted it toasted. I gave them the middle finger. Not really, though. No. I was like, can you just like, I kind of wanted it a little warm. I was like, can you just like lightly toast it? She's like, yeah, I'll stick it in halfway.
Oh,
I was like,
Toasted the
perfect.
shit out of it.
Love it. No.
Oh,
It was
okay.
perfect. It was good warmth to it. But the meat was good. The bread was shit. I mean, it was terrible. Quiznos, they toast their fucking
I was
shit.
about to say.
They toast it. You don't have an option. Like you're getting it toasted. But they have that pepper sauce. I must have a weakness for that pepper sauce.
and
I
yet
don't know what it-
you don't like Lenny's and their pepper sauce is fire.
Your opinion.
I don't like fire. I'm not a fire
It's
guy.
amazing. Their pepper sauce is so good.
But I'm taking Quiznos over Witch just because I mean it was disappointment. And I got good memories with Quiznos. They're pretty good.
What about you, Chase?
I do also have good memories with Quiznos. They used to have that one on FSU campus.
Yeah.
Are they even open anymore? By the way, like is this still a thing? I haven't seen one anywhere.
I'm sure there's one somewhere. It's like up in Alaska somewhere. or
Did you say Japan?
No, I said you can. You can. And maybe in Japan. Who knows?
something. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
Japan.
Japan loves Quiznos.
Maybe.
I don't think either one of these places is great.
Yeah.
I think they're both pretty average. I'm the opposite of Kevin. I actually kind of like how Witch is set up, where you can kind of like experiment and like set up your little sandwich.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
We don't have kids. though.
Yeah, you got time. You got all the time in the world.
I don't spend an hour there, man. It takes like 2 minutes. I don't know what you're doing that takes so long, bro.
It's
pretty simple, man.
It's simple
It's
math.
pretty-
Jace, times whatever you do by 3, and that's him and his kids. It's pretty easy.
So
That's why it's
time,
so long.
okay, so time 30 seconds by 3. All right, a minute and a half. My bad.
It takes
There
you
you
30
go.
seconds to choose a sub. Shut the hell up. To build it
Yeah,
out?
right.
No. Hell no.
Yeah, dude, it gives you the meats, the cheese, the stuff you want on it.
Maybe you're decisive.
There you
I'm
go.
not. I gotta think
Anyways.
about it.
I will say I've had a couple subs from which do not ever get their Philly. It is terrible. It's one of the worst Phillies I've ever had in my life.
Ooh.
Dude, it's
You never had Wawa's
awful.
Philly.
I have not, but
It's terrible.
yeah. We'll get to that. I have a funny story about that when Wawa comes up. Anyways, other subs that which has are really good. Quiznos is decent. I don't like toasting my sub, so that kind of takes a hit. I'm gonna go with which in a close one.
Love it. Trevor, I won't make you. You're gonna be the tiebreaker on this bad boy.
Oh, here we
There's
go.
no tiebreaker. We both
Here we
choose.
go.
No, I thought you
I
said
said
you went
which,
Quizno.
bro. I went which.
You picked which?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck?
Yep. Welcome to life.
Yeah. Have you
Well,
had which before, Trevor?
I have.
Okay.
There used to be one over by my old apartment. Which was really which are Quiznos. I never really got into Quiznos. It's just my own thing. I do appreciate like the toasting and everything else like that, but
So you like your subs toasted?
100%.
Yeah, he's a normal
What?
human being.
Yeah.
So your mouth
Jay,
is bleeding
toasted.
after from like
Yeah.
the cuts.
Hold on.
Of,
Wait, Jay, you're on board with this with toasting?
Oh, absolutely. Kevin's the only
Oh.
weird one on this one.
Well, no, I don't really
Oh.
like toasting.
I like soft shit in my mouth. Whatever.
If we did a poll on Facebook. I think we did a poll on Facebook, and so because Chase and Kevin both didn't like toasted, I thought I was the weird one, so I wanted to see what everyone thought. It was like 70% went toasted.
I thought it was like 60-40. Don't exaggerate.
70%. We round up.
I don't think it was. It's what?
70%. We curve it.
Yeah.
No, 100% toasted, no matter what. Unless it's, I mean, which for sure. I mean, if I really had to choose in a clutch, it would be definitely which. Just because I've had more experience with them. I've only been to quiz. I've never had like any Quiznos around me, and I've never really gone out of my way to be like, damn, I'm really craving Quiznos right now. I just always had the convenience of which, and I do like that they can like, you can switch up your different shit. And don't they like when you can like scoop out like half the bread or something like that? If you're going like low carb or whatever, they like actually like gut the shell of the bread.
No, I didn't know that.
I don't know about that. I know they can do like lettuce as your bread.
Yeah, they can do like lettuce wraps and stuff. But I remember, when Layla, whenever we went there, she was like on a low carb diet, and they were like, "Oh, do you want like a skinny bread?" And she's like, "What?" And they go, "Yeah, we just like gut out the actual part of it, and it's just like the shell of the bread." And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking go for it."
They'll do that at Subway too.
That's first world problems. We're like, can we pay for the whole sub, but we want to take half the bread out and not
Yeah,
eat that.
right. We're gonna give you back this product so you can make it into like
throw it
Joe
away.
Balls or
Yeah.
something.
All right, so we have another upset. So which advances?
Ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous.
It's not
at all.
ridiculous.
Neither one is great.
It's-
but I
yeah,
mean,
they're
He
not
just
gonna
threw
get
his coffee
past-
against the wall.
Yeah.
What I put in my mouth last week was embarrassing to move on from anything. So.
You've had
That's what she
one
said.
sub one time.
There he goes.
All right, what's the next matchup, Chase?
Subway versus Blimpies, and how Subway is a 6 seed is mind blowing.
Maybe
The people have spoken, Chase.
I know, man. Give it respect. It's on
no,
every
I'm not-
corner.
I'm not respecting Subway as a 6 seed.
It saves you on every road trip because you know when you get an exit, it's going to be there.
I thought we're going on taste. Who gives a shit about
we
exit
are.
197?
I'm
and
just
getting
saying, there's a lot of them, and people
Subway
have-
sub.
The people have
I'm
spoken
with
like
Chase
like
100%.
Kev said.
Yeah.
All right, Chase, give it to me first. Then, which one
Well,
you
I
choosing?
mean, I feel like you know where I'm going. I don't think Blimpies is amazing by any means, but I think Subway is absolute trash.
Damn.
It's only gotten worse through the years. Like I remember as a
Mhm.
kid, I'm like, Subway's pretty good, and it just has slowly gone downhill to the point where it's
Yeah.
like unedible at this point.
Yeah.
So it's Blimpies.
Jesus
Kev,
Christ.
help me out here.
No, this is ridiculous.
No.
Chase, look. All right, the cool thing to do right now would be hate Subway.
It's not
because,
the cool thing.
Well, just let me talk. I can let
Okay,
you talk,
go ahead.
okay?
Go
All right,
ahead.
Thank you.
Jesus.
the cool thing is to be like, oh, Subway shit, like, oh, they $5 footlongs or whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah. But look, they have their bread is pretty
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Their bread's not bad. Their meats are below standards for sure, obviously. But they got decently fresh vegetables. So they have lots of bread options.
Oh, good.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that.
And the pricing is it's not.
We're
I
not
would say
taking pricing
pretty-
into account.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not,
Chase is so pissed.
Blimpies.
man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like if you have a sub at Subway that you usually eat, like, and it's like I always get. Since I was a little kid, I've always got the pizza sub at Subway.
Yeah.
Which is basically just like pepperoni, marinara sauce,
Cheese.
and I like to put a shit ton of lettuce on it.
What is with
green
you and lettuce on
Lettuce
like
on
hot
your
subs?
pizza?
Yeah.
Fuck yes,
That's-
bro.
that's
It's a
weird,
pizza sub.
bro.
It's not a pizza. okay?
Right. Yeah, the pizza sub. Wow.
So green peppers, onions, and some red vinegar. Excuse me. I was gonna say oil.
Yeah.
Which is a little weird.
But
But either that or they have a steak and cheese. It's not. I mean, it's definitely not steak.
yeah,
But
It's quotation
so
steak.
you're choosing.
Yeah.
You're choosing Subway.
their Chipotle,
Yes.
their Chipotle sauce is good too. I'm going with Subway. Blimpies is just average to below average. It tastes like water.
Yeah. What is Subway?
Blimpies does.
Flavored water.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, that's worse than
No,
water.
Subway is decently rated. I think it's not. I don't think it's overrated.
All right. So Trevor, who are you going with?
Subway or Blimpies, right? I got
Yeah.
so
Yes.
caught up with all this. Subway or Blimpies. Jay, you and I used to eat Subway, I think probably every other day as a kid over
Yeah.
there in Kissimmee.
Remember Video King?
Oh my God.
Did any of you guys have Video King? Was that a chain?
No.
So it was our
I didn't have
blockbuster.
it.
It was like our like ghetto blockbuster.
Yeah, we had
Oh, dude, it
movie
was great.
warehouse and stuff
Gotcha.
like that.
Yeah.
Must be a Kissimmee thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally a Kissimmee thing. Totally a Kissimmee thing. And if you went back in that little back spot, they would try to kick you out if you weren't over 18, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you
Little,
go.
little dirty movies.
They got the velvet curtain, you
Yep.
know.
VIP. huh?
When I was a kid, it was good. I think I've had Blimpies like on the road, like kind of going back with what you're saying, like being off,
Yeah.
like if you come off the exit of the highway and you see like one of the
Yeah.
main ones, usually it's like a Blimpies or like a Subway or some shit.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
Do it, just say
lesser
it.
of two
Go
evils.
with your heart.
Lesser of two evils. I'm going with Blimpies.
There we go.
Yeah.
Kevin, I think you care too much about bread, bro. That's your first and like that's your main thing for every sub we've talked about.
Well, I do believe that like they're out of the main ingredients on a sub, you got bread and
But
meat.
that's
like, what the
all
fuck
you talk about. You're like, the
mean,
bread's
it's
better.
2/3 of
I mean,
it.
yeah, the meat's worse and everything else is worse, but the bread.
Exactly what Trevor said. I would give it like 2/3 of the sub is the bread. Like I think
Yeah,
that plays like
legit.
a
I
massive
don't
role
think-
in this.
I guess I don't think the bread is that much different place to place. It's definitely different.
I don't
Okay?
know.
And I would say
You think the
Subway's
bread's
bread is
same?
what?
You don't think it's that much different from place to place?
I don't think it's like extraordinarily different though. No, I don't think
I think so.
Subway's bread is a million times better than Blimpies, which is how you make
Well,
it
nobody
sound.
said that.
No,
That's
we're
how
not
you
saying
make it sound.
Well,
Oh,
I think it's
no, you're
alright,
putting
so-
words in people's mouth now.
Dude, you're like, oh, the bread. I mean, they have all these types and they're all good. And
Dude, no, I
yeah.
never said they were good. These are more words you're putting in my mouth.
no, you literally said that.
I said every Subway bread's good. I think you're lying there.
Yeah.
And how bad is Blimpies bread?
Blimpies bread's just bread. It's nothing special.
I thought it was gonna be a tiebreaker kind of thing, maybe. And so I asked Jose and Chris. Both of them chose Blimpies. I would have chose Subway.
Unbelievable. Because it's
Kevin-
a fucking cool thing to do.
No,
Whatever.
it has nothing to do with that, dude. Subway has gone way downhill. If you can't
Yeah.
accept that, I don't know what to tell you. Subway was great. Great
Whoa.
15 years ago. 15 years ago. I loved Subway. I remember after like
That was
basketball
great.
or soccer practice, like we would hit up those $5 footlongs and I loved them.
Oh,
And
hell
I
yeah.
don't know, maybe my taste has changed, but to me, they have gone way downhill. The bread is about the same, but everything else has gone way downhill.
I didn't say it hasn't gone downhill. Never said that.
You just
It
said it
has
was
gone
consistent.
downhill.
That's all.
All right. So Blimpies moves on because it's the cool thing to do, and so does Witch Witch. So that's 2 upsets,
we had
right?
3 total upsets, right?
So far, yeah. And then we have one more set of brackets until we get into the Elite
The
8
second round.
Yeah.
So before we go
Damn.
off of the subtopic, can I throw an outlier in there and tell you guys how to hack public subs?
Yes.
Chicken tender pub subs. I know, Kev, you don't like toasted, right?
That's right.
Okay. Just go with me on this, bro. Just trust me.
I'm with you, bro. Go ahead.
So chicken tender pub sub, you've got to ask for Gruyere cheese. Gruyere. It's like a smoked cheese. It's like a little small rectangle, and they probably have to cut it. So don't go there and if you're in a rush and ask for it. But it's like bacon flavored smoked Gouda cheese. Absolutely phenomenal.
I like Gouda.
Yeah. So get the chicken tender pub sub, get the Gruyere cheese, have them toasted a little bit on there. You're in good business. And then the secret, like obviously the sub dressing. Like everybody knows about the sub dressing shit.
See, this is what I was told about this sub dressing, man. I've tried it all,
it's
man.
It's like the liquid crack of pub subs. It's so good.
I have never had this sauce.
Yeah,
Next
but you don't
time
put.
You haven't had the
on
sub
subs.
dressing?
He doesn't put condiments on.
He doesn't put condiments
What
on his
fucking
subs. He
planet
doesn't
are you
count.
from?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. dude.
Still like
in the
Subway, you don't know what sub dressing? Get out of here, Jay. What is wrong with you?
If, in the kind words of Kevin, I am a psychopath.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah,
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Who doesn't put condiments on
I
their
feel like
subs,
that's the
bro?
only word to describe it.
He just likes dry heaving back his sub without any consistence. I respect that. That's fine. That's actually the first quality of a psychopath. Whenever you look it up,
Yeah,
you not
it
put
is.
condiments on the sub. 100%. There's Jay's picture.
Yep.
You know how they have the hot dogs eating contest where he like puts it down his mouth and he shoves the glass of water right after
God,
it?
that
Yeah,
looks
that's what
so
Jason does
terrible.
with his subs.
Oh, it makes me nauseous looking at
Yeah,
like
I don't
people
know
with hot
how
dogs.
I don't know how they dip the bun and get it all soggy and
Yeah.
God,
I
that's so
couldn't do it.
gross.
Did you ever see like the one of those the competitive eaters, like the MRI that they do like right after? Like
No,
dude.
I don't know, maybe it was an MRI or something like that. Some sort of like body scan where and it was probably not a skinny guy, but he's like an average sized guy, pretty ripped. And he downed, I don't know the exact number, but I want to say it had to be around like 70 hot dogs, 70 or 75, something like that. And he just housed them, you know?
Yeah.
And then they put him in the like MRI, and then you can see his stomach like swelling. And they're like, okay. And they were like, how did you do that? He's like, honestly, I just stopped because I was bored. I could have ate more. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, just go and look it up, like competitive hot dog
Yeah.
eating, and then like look up like it's like MRI. Yeah, it's not a cat.
I'm good.
but
I
like
don't want to know.
MRI.
Your description was good enough for me. I'm moving on from that. That's gross.
I mean, I just think the first thing I think about, I don't know about you guys, when they're done with that, like the shit that they're going
Oh my God.
it's going to be painful, right?
Yep, it's gotta be.
Gotta be. Do you think they like prepare for that? Like they have to have some sort of like body modification or something?
I mean, I would take a laxative right after I did. the
Yeah,
hot
they
dogs
got to
and
take
just-
a. That's what I was
Oh,
going to say.
have
100%.
to. I would do it. I'm not waiting for that. That's
Nope,
like
Just get it out.
doom. Yeah.
Just end it.
Just get it out of me.
Yep.
Get the evil out.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
This is probably the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Okay.
That's about how I sound right now.
Yep,
pretty much.
Yep. So today we have 2 new ones. I have the origin of it as well. So
Love it.
we have nip it in the butt or nip it in the bud.
I've always wondered this one. This is a good one. I like this.
Kevin's excited, Chase.
This is the first. Hold on. Can we just pause and soak this in for a minute? The day's over, guys. After this podcast, I'm just going to go sit on the couch because my day is not getting any better.
Well, you were going to do that anyways. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but he's gonna
Yeah,
be happier now.
Now I'm going to be happy while I do. I'm not going to feel like a total waste of space. So,
All right, give it to us. Let's hear. You want us to vote?
yeah, obviously. Isn't that how this works?
Nip it in the butt or nip it in the bud, right?
Yes.
as a redneck, I always thought it was butt, like nip it in the butt, like get a little pinch in the butt.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Like
love your
nip, like a little
explanation.
nip?
A little pinch in the butt.
I'm doing the pinch with my fingers right now. Just a little ding, 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 right in the booty.
I'm with Kev. I've always thought it was butt. Bud sounds like the correct one, but I've always said butt.
I'm sure, like nip it in the bud. Maybe that has something to do with
Flowers
something
or some
else.
shit.
Who knows? I don't know. Yeah.
What about you, Trev?
Nipping in the bud, BUD. I've always, I don't know, I thought it was like a plant or something. Same thing like what Jay said, like a flower, you know, like if like a bud, you know, that's how it starts as a seed, whatever. Yeah.
Chase?
Okay, so the correct saying is nip it in the bud, like a flower.
Boom!
Yes,
This is
and
bullshit,
that's
man.
exactly where it comes from. It was
I'm
first.
just taking the L all day today, man. It's whatever, dude. It's whatever.
He's gonna go to
It
Subway
was
and get the
the-
pizza sub to celebrate.
Yeah, there we
Exactly.
go. With extra lettuce. God, you're a gross
Yeah.
person. You're so gross. On a
I think
pizza
that's
sub.
borderline psychopath.
It is. It is, Jason. It is.
I like a good crunchiness with it, and then like the meat with it, it gives that soft and crunchy.
Stop.
It's that nice contrast.
Go eat some chips later, bro.
yeah,
That's fucking
or put,
weird.
put
No,
onions and
no.
peppers on it.
That's
There's your
just-
crunch.
That's different. It's different.
Obviously, it's different.
crunch.
Whatever. Get back to your
Anyways, so
nip it. I'm just gonna nip it in the butt right now.
Well played, sir.
okay. So it was
Circle.
first recorded in a play in 1606. And it's referring to a spring frost that kills flower buds. So that's why.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
So,
That makes sense.
that's-
it makes sense.
That's where it comes from.
That's your best one yet, Chase.
Well,
I'm proud of you.
Now it's all downhiw from here. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed that one because you're gonna hate all the rest.
You picked the best one and you put it too early.
Well, you know, we had a special guest on. I want to bring out the big guns. You know.
We ruined the good surprise on you.
I wonder if it's split. Like if we did a poll on Facebook, if it's like I feel like northern say bud and the southern say butt, but then Trevor over here said bud. So
I've always
maybe.
said bud personally.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I've always went with
There
bud.
you go.
Damn.
We're just the weirdos, Jay.
I don't know. I just can't talk, so that's the problem. All right, next
Should
one.
work on that.
It's time for Would You Rather. 2 choices. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Which one would you rather?
Kevin's favorite one, maybe.
I mean, I'm an Italian Renaissance right now.
I dig that guitar though. Like
It's
yo,
awesome.
that was like Esteban did that specially for y'all. Man.
Exactly.
shit.
I like to pretend like I'm playing the guitar when it happens.
That was
Yeah.
Emily playing the guitar. Did I not
You
tell
get
you
a
that?
little air guitar going.
What is that? Was it really Emily?
No.
I was.
I wish I would've
Like, damn, she shreds.
I should have just kept it going. Everyone would have like contacted her. Hey man, you want to play at our wedding?
Have pictures of her with like a guitar.
Yeah. All right. So, would you rather never see yourself or never hear yourself? So,
Oh,
I picked this, and I always ask Emily prior, and if she gives me like a 10-second delay, I know it's a good one. If she answers right away, I don't use it. So that's how I've developed these. So here's the catch, though. So think about this. So you can't hear yourself and see yourself. What I mean is, you won't ever see yourself in a picture, in a reflection, anything like that. Everyone will see you in pictures. You just can't. You don't have the ability to. And the same with the hear. Everyone will be able to hear you, but yourself.
Damn.
Chase, give it to me.
So I already think I look stupid and sound stupid, so I don't have an issue with either of these. But I'd probably rather not be able to hear myself because I don't think that's as important. Like if you can't see yourself, like what if you're trying to look in the mirror and like you got like a boogie hanging out of your nose? You don't
Boogie
know.
was the first thing I thought of too.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
We're on the same page, man. So not being able to hear yourself, I don't feel like there's as many consequences as not being able to see yourself with like, you know, I don't know, man. All kinds of crazy stuff could be going on. You got this giant zit just sticking out. I guess you can't really do anything about that, but like, I don't know. So that's where I'm going.
What about you, Trevor?
Oh man. So when you say like you can't hear yourself, like you can hear other stuff, right?
Yes, you can hear everything and everyone can hear you. You just can't hear your voice.
So it's just total mute whenever you go.
Yeah.
Like okay. I don't know. I would think. All right, so whenever I do all my videos and everything, like when Layla goes and watches, because I'll post a video doing cardio and come back to the house and she'll like watch it sometimes while I'm at the house. I hate the sound of my own voice sometimes. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
my own voice makes my fucking skin crawl. So, but just because I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Like, who the fuck do I think I am? You know, that's just me. But I mean, yeah, I could give a shit what people think what I look like. So, like, if I got boogers hanging out, you know, like man tits, whatever, I don't care. That's fine. Whatever. I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
So, but I definitely, I would choose not being able to hear myself because I just think that would be really funny because you're like, it's like one of those tone deaf situations or something like that when you're like in a crowd and you're talking to somebody and you're like, yeah, so anyways, and it's like in the middle of the library
Screaming.
like, because then they would be like, oh man, he can't do it.
He just can't hear himself.
Yeah,
he just
right.
can't hear himself.
He just can't do that. We just have to. And then I look like, I know I look okay, but then they see that I can't hear myself, so they're like, oh, they give me the pat on the head and send me on my way.
Special.
Yeah,
You're precious.
What
Yeah,
about
exactly.
you, Kev?
I think that I don't trust people enough. That's the problem. Like, you know, you always have like I have my best friends. You know, you guys would be like, "Yo, Kev, you got a little something, on you," and then I'd be like, "Oh shit, I got boogie. Let me get that." You know, but there's not enough people in the world like that. So if I can't see myself, like take a look at my boogies real quick, make sure they're not hanging.
Yeah.
Or maybe like, I mean, I know this sounds really gay or weird, but I always like run my hand through my hair.
Yeah.
But sometimes like I'll accidentally like mess it up a little bit and it'll just be sticking up all this shit. But I'll notice that in the mirror.
Yeah.
And if I don't see it, then shit, man, I'll just walk around looking like a dick all day. I'm not trying to have that.
I'm the only one that would choose here.
That's mind blowing as
Yeah.
much as you love looking at yourself.
See, I disagree. I think you guys really do think I look at myself a lot, and I really don't.
I mean, we have pictures.
I'll take it to the grave. I'll take it to the grave, man. All right, so being tall, 6'3" or whatnot in normal bathrooms, you have to get on your you have to squat a little bit to see yourself or be really far away. I've just not given a shit when I've left. I don't look in the mirror when I get ready. I don't look in the mirror when I get to work. I really don't look at myself, but I sound like an idiot most of the time. I can't talk well, so I don't think it'll be a good look if I couldn't hear myself the whole time. I think it'd be bad. Think about you giving a presentation and then not knowing if you said the right things. Like you could be talking about something completely different. Maybe you were thinking something, but you were saying something different. You know what I mean?
I will say, but like a thing like this, we do the podcast, and we've always been like, when we first started off, we did our preseason stuff. Where we kind of just were practicing for like it seemed forever.
Yeah, it did.
Until Jason was like, "Stop fucking being scripted and stop trying to think about things and just do it. You know, just talk like you're talking." And that's when the best stuff comes out.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, like, you know, presentations and stuff, like I feel like you do better if you just fucking wing it, you know?
Yeah, but
Totally
that's what I'm saying. So think about this though. When you're talking, you might not be thinking about what you're talking about. Your head's somewhere else. So what if you can't figure out what you're thinking is what you're saying and what you're saying is what you're thinking? You know what I mean?
I think you're
No.
overthinking it.
I don't even know what you're trying to say, to be honest.
You're on like a level 20 right now. You're like up in space. I'm down on Earth. I have
You just
no
hit
idea
some,
what
like,
you're
Carl
talking
Sagan shit.
about.
I don't know. But no, I asked Emily and she said the same thing. It took her a while, but she said see yourself. So I think I'm just the oddball in this one.
Well, that's always the case, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
It's time for fill in the blank. 3 blanks. 1 answer. 2 guys. Wait, 1 answer? There's 2 of us. Why is there only 1 answer? Who's answering? I don't get it. Fuck it.
Chase, when you hear yourself, do you hate yourself like a little bit more?
I don't mind that voice because I'm trying to be
It's
stupid.
not his real
yeah,
voice.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be stupid. So like I don't mind that, but like when I hear myself on the podcast, I'm like, God, I sound so fucking stupid.
Same here. I'm like, this is cringe, dude.
Yeah.
It's cringe.
Yeah, I hate
Oh,
it. I hate listen. Like I almost wish I could just like mute myself and listen to you guys.
That's sweet, I think.
That was,
that
I don't know
sweet?
if that's a
No,
compliment.
it's more of like a
Lesser
how
of
much
two
I
evils?
hate. Yeah, it's more of how much I hate my voice.
All right. I'm gonna have Kev do the first one. I think we all know the artist, but we might be wrong. Blank.
Oh yeah,
Blank
Go
is
ahead.
the song that gets me the most hyped or motivated.
I mean, like, I just think about what's going on currently because, like, I mean, my hype songs change every day, you know. I mean, when I was a kid, it used to be like Danger Zone, you know. From Top Gun.
Yeah.
But right now, it's the song that kind of gets me going, kind of wakes me up and gets me moving is "Check This Out" by Marshmello. It's a good one.
I like that one.
Some would say it's the best song on the album, right, Jason?
It's top. It's definitely top. I'm bad with names. What number is it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Is it
what
Who the
number?
hell
Like,
knows what number it is?
people still do that? Like, skip to number 7.
No. Not the album number, but like I don't know the names. I always go by like, oh, I know I like the number 4 song a lot, so I go to like number 4. I don't know why I think like that.
Yeah.
What?
You're
It's not a CD. Like, what?
On iMusic, on the order of the album, I just remember like I like the second one a lot and I like the last one a lot or the middle one. Like I don't know. That's just how I look at music.
This is exactly why he wanted to be able to hear himself talk, so that way he didn't give a shit about what he looks like. This is exactly why. I don't really know the name of it, but
He's still living on cassette tapes where you have to fast forward to the 4th song.
he just flips it, bro. Flips it over B-side. Yeah.
Chase, which one's yours?
So I went back and forth on this a lot. And I'm with you, Kevin. Like it changes like year to year, week to week, day to day, basically.
Yeah.
I had a totally different answer, and then Mary brought one up, and I was like, no, I don't think it's that one. And then when I was waiting for the show to come on, I put on Eminem "Lose Yourself," and I was like, nope, this is it. This is it. This is the one right there.
I think we all knew that one.
Dude, that wasn't going to be the one I picked, though. I had thought of a couple different songs. I had thought of Little John and the East Side Boys from the Windows to the Wall. Come on.
That gets you motivated?
Dude, that song from the windows to the wall. Come on.
wall, to the sweat.
Tell me that song
What
doesn't
else?
get you hyped up,
What
bro.
else does it go? Yeah. What's the rest of that song?
And then, but yeah, so I was just like, whatever. Maybe it's been a while since I listened to Lose Yourself. So I put it on. I was like, nope, this is it. This is the one.
Is it. What about you, Trev?
So I'm totally still I'm completely on board with everybody as far as it like changes day to day, sometimes hour to hour. But as of recently, I've become obsessed with this band called Greta Van Fleet. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're like a new age Led Zeppelin, right? And the song is called Highway Tune. Highway Tune in like the Jeep Wrangler. I totally get, like, you know how you see the old guy, like old 80s, not 80s guys, but the guys, old classic rock, like the Jeep Wrangler tops down and they're just jamming out to classic rock, and you look at them, you're like,
Yeah.
dude, what the fuck, man? Like, but I
Yeah, you get
experienced
it.
like that song in the Rubicon jamming out. Like, I get it. I totally get it. And I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that
So
guy.
from
as
now
much
on,
as I hated him.
anytime you see that guy, you're gonna wait and be like, I get it, man.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be like double fist pumping in the air and be like, "Fuck yeah, dude, you get it, man, I get it." So, yeah, totally get it.
I'm apparently again the fucking weird one in the group because mine has always been the same song. It's AC/DC Thunderstruck.
I mean, that's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Thunderstruck is also awesome because of the drinking game Thunderstruck. So
Yeah.
There's a drinking
fun
game
one.
with it. Oh, I've never played that.
yes,
Yeah.
Never played it.
it's so easy. You just drink in a circle, and every time they say Thunderstruck, it moves, and you chug until they say Thunderstruck again, and then moves to the next person until they say Thunderstruck. So you're drinking until it says Thunderstruck, and that moves the person to your left. You stop
Oh,
drinking, and they
Jesus.
start drinking until it says Thunderstruck again.
What about when they just say thunder?
Yeah.
I
what
think
did
we
you guys do
normally
for that?
count.
Does that
I think
count?
we count Thunder.
So Thunder.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that would.
Yeah, you get
drown.
drunk quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's like 3 really long solos. And so the people that get stuck with those solos, like basically chug a whole beer and then some.
Yeah.
Or you can just sit there and drink your
Jesus.
drink and not have to worry about
Having
We're gonna be
fun.
drinking
Yeah,
goods
yeah.
in general.
Generally.
Fuck having fun at a tailgate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to like play games?
Yeah,
So
that's
dumb.
stupid. I just want to sit on the back of a truck.
What are we, 7?
All right. Blank was the first cell phone model you owned. I said that a little different from the rundown, but you get what I'm saying. Kevin, give it to me.
I had to Google it because I couldn't remember
Me
which
too,
one it
me
was.
too.
The Nokia 5110.
Was that the brick with Snake?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the first one. Excuse me, I'm starting to go out here. It had the first time where you could interchangeable plates and stuff.
Yeah.
And it had Snake. It had like call waiting on it. I was like, let's fucking go. Yeah, man.
What about you, you Chase?
Yeah, I mean it's that brick Nokia phone with Snake on
Really?
it. Yeah. I just remember playing Snake.
Wait, the first like 3 of them had Snake on them. Was it the first
It's
one?
like the silver one.
Yeah.
Did it have the antenna?
I think it did actually. Yes, it had the antenna.
Whew.
Word.
Bro.
What about you, Trev?
Yeah, I'm on the same thing. The Nokia. I just had to look it up. The Nokia 3310, the 3310, the brick one.
I fucking quit, man. Everyone's like different from me today. It's fucking.
What were
annoying.
you fancy and had a razor?
No, see, I had an Ericsson. You guys remember Ericsson? It was like a little mini ones.
No idea what you're talking about.
Ericsson? Yeah, I remember the phone.
Yeah, that's what I had. I never got to own a Nokia. I never got to like be privileged for that phone for some reason.
Dude,
Privilege. The thing was fucking.
Kevin, it
privilege you
had
had.
Snake. Okay.
The only privilege you had is like getting into an argument on that phone and launching it against the wall into 17 pieces, putting it back together like nothing happened.
Yeah. And playing Snake.
100%.
There's so many videos out there that people just like put it through so many different like things, like running it over, throwing it off a building and stuff like that, and it survives.
Oh, dude,
so many things,
dude. Yeah.
And then you have an iPhone, you drop it once and it's broken.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, fuck your life.
I remember my ringtone and everything, man. That's awesome. It was like.
Or like every time you got a text message, it was like the 17-second ringtone, and then your friends were like, "Dude, if you don't turn that shit off, so help."
I didn't mind
Starts
that.
over.
I hated the voicemail shit. I was guilty of it, but then I started hating it when you had to play the music. Like they had a big intro to your voicemail, and then it went to your voicemail.
Oh, you talking
Anybody
about
do
like
that?
having music in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never had that. Yeah, and I remember my friends did. I was like, "Oh, you fancy?"
You fancy, and you spent $2 on that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were recording your voicemail and you just had like Thunderstruck going. It's like dun da 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 da, and then it just pans in. It's like, "What's up? You reached Jay. Go ahead and leave me a voicemail. I'll call you back, maybe."
Yeah.
You should totally do that now.
No, I should have done that though.
You should
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
now.
I'm gonna start it. Yep. You get ACDC every single time.
Oh, that'll be rad.
All right. Blank is a conspiracy that you actually kind of believe in. And the reason why we put it actually kind of believe in is like you have to truly 100% believe it, but it's kind of like, okay, I can see that kind of thing. I want to hear Chase's, 'cause I feel like you probably believe in a lot.
Yeah.
So I think we talked about that. We maybe did this on a preseason one, but no one, Kevin, you don't remember my answer, do you?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, cool. And Jason doesn't remember it. So I'm not sure I even kind of believe this, but I know for a while I at least sort of believed it. And not only did I sort of believe it, like I did a bunch of research on it and like watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it. And it was that Tupac is still alive.
Stop! I remember this shit.
Yeah, because he was. So I'm not going to get into too many details, but like there's a lot of like weird stuff that went on with his death and like after his death, like. And one of the main things that the YouTube videos especially like to focus on is that he was obsessed. He was obsessed with Machiavelli, and he was obsessed with faking his own death. And he has lots of albums and songs devoted to Machiavelli, who was famous war general who is famous because he would tell his men to fake their own deaths to like win battles and stuff. So
Okay. What about
It's ridiculous. That's so stupid.
says the guy that believes in ghosts. Anyways, continue.
Ghosts aren't a conspiracy. That's a
You're
real
right.
that's just
thing.
something? That's a real
thing.
thing.
Shut the fuck.
That's legit shit right there.
What's do you believe any?
I like to give this answer every now and again, just because that's who I am, and I don't believe in any fucking conspiracies. Conspiracies are dumb.
So are ghosts.
That's it.
I mean, like, what? There's so many dumb conspiracies like that, dude.
So
Like the
none.
JFK. No, I can't
You don't
think
think
of
that
any that I could even.
JFK one? I don't know if I'd say dumb, man. Like there's
Like the 9/11
Okay,
people, get
we
the fuck
talked
out of
about
here,
that
bro.
Yeah.
Get out of here, 9/11 people.
Jet fuel doesn't
Just
melt
the whole
beans.
group. Yeah, I'm actually kind of with Kevin. I don't think they're all stupid or dumb. I just don't believe in any. But I'm kind of a pessimist and I'm an optimist when it comes to people. Like I just can't believe in some of these are so makes human beings such a piece of shit that I'm like I can't believe that people would actually do this. So I don't want to believe it. And so maybe that's where I'm at.
Like the 9/11 thing, like
Yeah.
how many people just fucking died,
Yeah.
you know? And you think that this is like a George Bush thing?
Yeah.
Come on.
So that's why, but it's kind of like putting my blindfolds on and just kind of ignore it. But what about you,
Yeah.
Trev?
All right, so mine is probably going to be a little bit different than
He's like the 9/11.
definitely 9/11. All right, so hear me out, and then you like it pans the picture where the guy is like has like the poster board with all the red strings across it, and he's like bugged out. Like, all right, so listen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, all right, so mine's a little bit different, but it's just something I kind of noticed. I don't think it's like a conspiracy thing, but all right, so you know if you're like scrolling through Instagram, right, and you go like the search bar, and like you can just like see different shit. Like different things that you follow. You know how there's like, if you're scrolling through on that or like out of nowhere, the same video, like the same like quote unquote viral video. Okay. Damn Daniel, right? The white Vans kid thing. How the fuck did that blow up so quick? Right? So here's my little bit of conspiracy. The government, I think, might have a little hand with social media. And whenever they do make any like super viral video, they put it there. So kind of like distract you from something that might be going on in the government.
You're freaking me
No,
out.
I
bro.
could definitely see that.
I don't see that.
But, I mean,
I think you're crazy, man.
Now think about it for a second. Like just digging into the conspiracy thing. And like, I don't fully believe it, but it makes sense in my head. It's like logical. Okay. So maybe I believe it. All right. I don't believe it, but it's logical. And
You're talking yourself into
yeah, right.
it now.
And then at the end of it, I'm like in the corner rocking, like, damn it. But like think of like maybe there's something that's happening within the government, and then they're like, we need to cover this up, or maybe there needs to be a vote within the people that voted in, voted out, whatever, and then they decide to put like a funny video that makes it because you think about it, like that viral video comes out of fucking nowhere, but it's all over the place, like within a half hour, like the black and blue dress thing. Remember that? Like where like one time you look at it, it's black, one time you look at it, it's blue, and it caused this whole like conspiracy theory. They're like, maybe they're diverting attention because some other crazy shit's going on. So
it's this age's version of the moon landing.
That was the other one. Damn it, you spoiled it. I was going to bring that one up too and see what you guys thought about that.
Man.
Way
totally
to go,
just
Chase.
blew my load on that. Damn it. All right. But yeah, that was the other one I was going to bring up.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's very easy for a video to go viral if the right person sends it.
That's
like
true.
Honestly, like
look at the Fire
1.2.
Festival.
Yeah, I mean that's a perfect example. If you have 3 people that have 3 million followers and they post the same photo, that's just gonna go viral. It's that easy.
That makes good sense. That's a good point.
I mean, I do think that there's things that our government could do maybe to get us off the attention of something else, but I don't think they have the hand in social media for some of these videos. I think some of the videos were just dumb as shit and we find them to be entertaining.
That sounds pretty accurate. Yeah,
I would go with that.
Wait,
what's up, guys?
I don't know if it's a conspiracy or not, but I mean, I think that I think the government is watching us through these fucking cameras.
I don't think that's a conspiracy. I think that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's facts, right? Snowden, man.
Dude,
that damn Snowden shit got me.
Here's another going off conspiracy thing. Have you okay? So I'm assuming everybody has like the Facebook app on your phone, right? Facebook app, Messenger, or whatever else. And they were making like all this big shit about, you know, having microphone access and whatever else.
Yeah.
Here's another thing that maybe I can bring it up with, like, you're talking, like, let's say we're talking about, actually, I'm going to experiment with it. I'm going to bring my phone like super close and I'm going to talk about something super specific and see if it picks it up.
Yeah. And it's going to pop up.
Yeah. Then it pops up on your Facebook ads. Facebook feed, right?
I'm going to break your heart.
Yes.
I'm going to break your heart on that one, Trevor. So I do marketing for a living. No, that's a thing that you can set up for ads. If you have your audio set up, this is for everybody. If you have your audio turned on Instagram, Facebook, or any of your social media things where you can like record a video through it, you remember it asks, it's like, hey, do we have permission to use your mic? If you give it permission, it does listen for keywords, and you can target people based off of what they're talking about. And you can turn it off by just turning that off your Instagram. There's your little tip for the day, guys. But it is legit.
I'm just ready for the government to shut down this podcast for talking about all these conspiracy theories. Like they're onto us. Yeah. Shut it down.
Fucking FBI
shut it down.
Breaks in the door like, everybody on the floor.
Yeah. Shit. Or maybe Tupac is going to find a way to shut it down. He's out there listening.
Tupac is a leader. He's got his own bulletproof vest and everything. He's like, I'm back.
He's on Tupac Island right now listening.
But even if somebody did see him, I doubt he would be like,
no one would believe it
and everything. But then, yeah, exactly. You go say something, be like, ain't nobody gonna believe you, bitch. Like,
yeah, exactly, dude.
Be like, no, dude, I told Tupac. Like, right.
You could bump into him. He could introduce himself, tell you exactly how he faked his death, and you could repeat that story, and people would be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, exactly.
I would be that guy. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, you would.
I'm like, look, this is a picture of us together.
All right, we're gonna move on to my favorite segment.
I love this voice.
Trivia.
I'm gonna laugh every time at that. Oh god!
Only because you know it's Emily.
Yep. That's great, and I love the music with it too.
That is so awesome. Yeah. It's like some old like 80s music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like 80s game show shit.
Yep. That's what I was going for. All right.
Wait, I got 2 seconds.
Peeing. Anybody need to
pee? I got pee. I got lots of fluid in my body.
I got lots of fluid in my body.
Yes.
Just keep it going. I think it's like a 2-minute track.
This would be like a perfect time if we were like video to like be tapping our forehead or something. Like,
yeah. I wonder if Kevin's the one that in the group that pees like rapid fast. Like he'll go for like 15 seconds and be like right back.
Be like, you totally didn't wash your hands. Ooh, that's another good topic.
He didn't
wash your hands. Not after you pee.
No one's gonna be honest. Thing is there.
Here we go.
Back.
There he is.
Nice. All right.
I have a gift. I'm the fastest peer in the world.
I knew it. I was just talking about that. How many passengers were aboard the Mayflower when it set sail for the New World in 1620? Is it A, 43, B, 57, C, 88, or D, 102?
When it first set sail.
When it first set sail, and not including the crew. These are just
not
the
including the crew.
Just the passengers.
Just the passengers. So choices again are 43, 57, 88, 102, and I'm gonna make Trevor go first.
Being I'm a great American and I don't know where the Mayflower came from, I'm gonna say they would probably, in my head, they would probably bring more people, so that way, like if somebody dies or whatever else, they have a better chance of bringing like a population over. I'm gonna go with the highest one. What was it, 102? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yep, 102. Final answer.
What about you, Chase?
So I kind of agree with them that because I think, didn't they lose a lot? I feel like they lost like half the crew.
Probably.
Or half the people. I don't think it was half, but I feel like they lost a lot of people, and yet still a decent amount, had to be there to, I don't know. I'll go with the second highest. I'll go with, what was it, 88? And then they probably finished with like 43 or like 57. Okay. So
this is great because the first thing that I thought of, the first number when you said that, first number it came up before you even gave options was 56.
Damn.
And then you said 57. I was like, perfect.
History major right there.
I'm going with 57 people.
Answer is D, 102.
Yeah.
So here's a little fun fact. Thanks to Trivia Drinks on Instagram. So I'm gonna start pulling some of theirs because they're kind of fun and easy.
Okay.
But so you, Chase and Kev were pretty close when it came to the actual passengers that survived.
Yeah.
Only 53 survived.
Wow.
Yeah, see,
So
that
maybe
made
that's why you were
sense.
thinking 56.
Yeah.
There were only 30 crew members too.
Okay.
So there you go.
Damn.
Yep. A lot of people died, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't a good time.
Yeah, I figured it was about half. That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys this one because I can't turn it into a trivia question. Did you know that there are 7 states where you can actually legally drink in the passenger side while someone's driving?
Texas has to be one of them.
I did not, but
Yeah. So Texas is not one of them.
What?
It's Alaska, Connecticut, Delaware, Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, and Virginia.
wow.
You can drink while being in the passenger side as a passenger at all.
So-
Makes sense. There's probably not a lot
That's
going
kind
on
of
in those
all
states.
over the place, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like centered like on the West
Yeah.
Coast or the East Coast.
And then
I mean,
Alaska's
maybe a
just
little-
randomly in the Northwest.
They're like, just come over, come to our land. We'll do anything.
As long as you don't stare at our moose from an airplane, you're good.
Yes. So Trevor, I don't know if you listen, but there is a law in Alaska that you cannot look at a moose while flying in Alaska.
Bro, I will tape my eyes open and defy you to stop me.
Like Bird Box.
Yeah. Legit, like try me, bitch. I will do it. Try me.
I like it. All right, Chase, I'm excited for your little rant, and here we go.
Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
So this can be basically anywhere. Doesn't have to be at grocery stores.
In my pants.
Well,
Yo.
yeah, it can't be there. So I guess that's out.
You're wrong.
Okay, never mind. People that like pick up and drop off people, but they just like stay in the middle of the road and like because it takes fucking forever. Like if I'm getting dropped off, man, I'm ready to go. I got my seatbelt unbuckled. I got my hand on the handle. Like drop me off. I'm jumping as you're still rolling,
Yeah,
and you're on your way. But no, man, it's like they stop in the middle of the fucking road. The person, they have to like talk. They have to be like, well, we're meeting back up at noon, right, Brenda? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Get the fuck out of the car and get going. Like people are behind you. You're stopping traffic. People can't get around you. And you have to like talk to each other for 5 minutes before you get out of the fucking car. Get the fuck out. Again, Kevin, you know the answer to these questions. You know I don't honk.
So that's my problem with some of these rants. How are you going to fix it if you're not letting them know? How do they know they weren't being dicks unless you let them know?
How the fuck do you think that that's okay?
It doesn't matter. People are crazy. You just need to let them know. Sometimes they just don't know, and they're
if they don't know, a honk is not going to change them. I'm sorry.
I don't know, man.
If you don't know that stopping in the middle of the road for 5 fucking minutes is not okay, I don't get how a honk's going to change.
You got the
that.
right horn. They're moving.
You're just
Let me
fucking
jump in.
stupid.
I completely beg to differ. I'm going to go ahead and just sound you off. I've got the loudest train horn on the fucking market on my truck. I guarantee you, if I lay into that bitch, you are not only going to shit yourself, your kids are going to shit yourself that you haven't even had yet. Promise you. So if you're sitting in the middle of that dick, dude, I'm going to lay all up on that fucking steer. We're like, whoa! It's going to sound like World War 17 going off. If you don't get
You know what's really funny is that my horn is the complete opposite. My wife and I joke about it all the time that like if my horn was a person and it was like yelling at you to get out of the way, its version would be like, hey, excuse me, can you please move to the side? Next time y'all are in town, you have to hear my horn. It's a fucking joke. Like the person that like put this horn in had to be laughing. Like jokes on this dude.
Well, no reason why you don't honk. Like it's obviously not going to be effective.
It's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing how sad it is. It's like,
do you honk and it's almost like it's inviting? Like they wave at you, like, oh, hey, how are you?
They're like, oh, they're telling me hello.
And
It's fucking terrible,
the
man.
windshield, like,
I'm like laying it on, and it's like, eh.
I'm with you on that. That does drive me crazy when they take their sweet ass time and they don't get out of the road. But I think you can fix it.
Just tuck and roll. Tuck and roll.
You can fix it,
It
man.
doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't bother me.
Of course it doesn't, Kevin.
What do you?
I mean, like, look, it's gonna be like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Like,
No, it's so much longer than that.
What,
and also,
it doesn't last more than a minute. Like, come on, it's not gonna last.
False.
If it lasts a
False.
minute, I'm going ape shit.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of the way.
How long is a minute, Chase? It doesn't last a minute.
60
You're insane.
seconds.
You're
60
insane.
seconds.
Says the guy that complained about taking too long to order at Which, and this doesn't bother him. Get the fuck out of here.
Jay.
Get the fuck out of here.
No. I did not say that it took a long time to order it with Which.
You said it took a
You're
long time to
putting
come
a lot
up
of
with
words
what
into
you're
my mouth
ordering.
today.
You said it took a long time to come up with and fill out the little form. Yes or no?
I don't have it like having to manually do every fucking little thing on Which.
You
like,
check a box.
Yes, exactly. I'd rather
You
look
check
at a
like
menu.
7 boxes.
I'd rather look at a menu and say, yes, give me that. Not like, okay, I want lettuce. I want tomatoes.
How long? Dude,
Check,
if it's
check,
taking
check,
you longer
check,
than
check.
30 seconds to check a box, then we have a whole nother issue, Kevin.
I'm just saying I shouldn't have to do like writing if I don't need to do it, you know?
But so that bothers you, but people staying in the middle of the road so you can't get around doesn't bother you.
You know it does, Kev. Just say it.
Well, what I'm saying, he's just gonna come hard, right? Like, as soon
Oh,
as I
I'm
say
so
it,
ready. Like I'm trying so hard to hold it in while I wait for your answer.
it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me.
You're full of shit.
Whatever, dude. It's what I mean. Look, everybody's got their things that make them mad, you know. But
Except you.
it's not gonna take a minute. It's not even gonna take 1 minute. Not 60 seconds.
100% will
I
take
don't-
0% of the time.
Kev, he's not saying
False.
dropping people off in general. He's just saying the people that drop them off and take their sweet time and
Yep.
like, all right,
Yeah,
let's
that's
talk about the
exactly
weather.
that. You're
talking about.
behind the person, they've been dropped off, and then you're sitting there talking and shit. I understand that.
Yes,
But they're not
yes.
going to talk for 25 seconds. They're going to talk for like
Brenda
You're
talks.
7
wrong.
seconds.
You are wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You are.
I'm not.
I'm not talking about people who just get dropped off and then they hop out and they're gone.
Listeners, everyone listening right now, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you see this happen and you see someone drop someone off and they start conversing, please record it and send it to us.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
Send us the full video, and we would like to see if we get one past a minute, or let's just see what
It's
a
not gonna
minute feels
happen.
like. It's gonna happen, Kev.
Yeah.
I think
It's not going to happen.
I swear, Winter Garden is
It's
like
amazing.
this. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be like it's paradise
Yeah.
because he never has any of these issues somehow.
It is paradise.
everyone move to Winter Garden.
Wait, who lives in Winter Garden?
I do.
Kev does.
Shut up, I do too.
What?
Yeah.
You could have came over. We could have did the podcast here in my garage.
Damn, we
bro.
could have done this on the same shit. What?
Sorry, our producer didn't come up with this.
Holla.
All right, so I think everyone's with Chase. Kevin,
Thank you. Kevin or Jason, can I add on to your video? Anytime you see anything that I've ranted about, please send in photos or videos. Like I've had 13 rants now, not
Yeah.
including the preseason ones.
Yeah.
And nobody can find anything.
No, that's not
they're
true.
just not sending shit in.
We get all kinds of photos and stuff. Yeah.
Send in stuff.
I send you guys videos of me training
Yes.
people.
Yes.
Yes, please do.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Dope.
Then we can prove to Chase it'll
Like
fix
if,
it.
especially, oh my god, what if they're like at Publix or something and getting dropped off? I'm gonna give them it's gonna be. We have to have a rule, like a 7-second rule. 7 seconds.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
okay?
if they turn around to converse, they get the horn.
Yeah. Oh, you should have already
They
been
turn
conversing.
around.
Your game plan should have been made before you dropped her off.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So here's the scene. Right, they're in front of me. Open the door. They sit there. They peek back in the door. That's when the timer
done.
starts.
Absolutely.
They look back.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
1,
You got 7
2,
seconds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get it.
Okay, so you hear how long that 7 seconds was? Now fucking add 53 seconds to that. There's no way. There's
yes,
no way.
7
I mean, that was
seconds
an
was
expedited
not
7
that long,
seconds,
bro.
bro.
Are you kidding me?
So it was Wednesday or Thursday. I drove home. I got home from work. I pulled into the neighborhood, and the entrance to my neighborhood, there's only 2 entrances. This guy pulls in the middle of the street and talks to a neighbor, and I couldn't get around him because the neighbor was in the middle of the road. They were on the other side of the road. There was nowhere I can drive, and I honked. And they probably hate me now, but don't do that. Like, he has a driveway. Pull into the fucking driveway and talk to him. Like, why do you have to? It drove me crazy. Now, if there was a way to go around them, I wouldn't have cared. Like, if they talked on the right side of the road, I'm good. But Kev, honestly, man, I think Winter Garden is like heaven.
It's paradise. It's paradise on earth.
It is. It is. I agree.
I feel like Chase lights a fire in his ass as soon as he steps into a car, dude. It's like, who's gonna fuck with me today? Come on.
Dude, it's because I'm listening. I'm listening to Lose Yourself. I probably need to stop doing that. It's getting me too fired up.
Stop that.
Hype music should not be.
I'm listening back to back to Lose Yourself and Little John and the East Side Boys. So that's my bad, guys.
You're going grocery shopping on a mission, bro.
Damn straight, man. I'm in and out.
Like smacking himself in the face.
I'm gonna save that money and I'm gonna get my food.
Dude, I get in and out of the grocery store, bro. I don't fuck around.
Obviously. Yeah. All right, Kev.
You know what, young lady? Do you want to go to timeout? All right, 1, 2, 3. It's time for dad tips. Get your game face on. Get your game face on, 'cause I'm going to play, boy.
That's his pump up song.
Get your game face on.
Yo, I was just like shoulder rolling to that shit right now. That was dope.
My dad tip today is fairly easy, but a lot of parents are idiots. Always, I mean, for me, I always picture the worst things happening. From my kids getting hit by cars, from my kids getting swiped up by an alligator and towed away, into the lake. So if you just always imagine the worst things possible and always take those precautions, like, accidents are obviously going to happen. Things are going to happen. But, like, I mean, my kids always, like, you're holding a hand when you're crossing the street, when you're, not like standing next to me, not like stay close to me. Come on, let's go. No, you're either holding my pocket, literally, or you're holding my hand. I mean, but you see all the time. I mean, like, I'll be at Publix or something, and you'll see a kid just like trailing behind. Like, hello, your kid is right there. He's gonna die. He's gonna get hit by a fucking car.
Shit.
Well, I'm just
in Publix. He's gonna get hit by a car in Publix,
and it's gonna take longer than 7 seconds. But what I'm saying is, though, like, people don't picture like the worst possible things happening. Like,
right.
I see kids in my neighborhood all the time just playing the street. I'm like, my kids are not allowed to touch that street without, me holding their hand or holding my pocket. And these kids
now,
are
the kids older or the same age?
I don't give a shit if she's 15
and she's playing like football in the street. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. We got a big ass yard. You can play football all you want.
You can't
for a 15-year-old.
I don't know, man. Oh, maybe it'll change once they get 15. A lot of shit's gonna happen when they're 15.
They're little girls right now. I think when they get older, you're gonna start like releasing that little chain of yours.
Yeah, at least a little bit.
That's a possibility.
No, it's not. It's not happening.
I get you though, especially if you're talking about kids the same age. I definitely get it.
Yeah. So you're
the worst possible scenario. Always think of the worst possible scenario.
That's plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a scary way to fucking live there.
Yeah, it's scary. You have kids, bro. Do you want your kids to die
by an alligator getting towed away?
Hey, dude, it happens, man. It happens.
Right? Yeah, look at goddamn
happened at Disney World,
Disney Springs. Yeah.
When did that happen?
Like 2 years ago.
I didn't know that. I missed it.
Jason, shut up. How the fuck do you not know that?
I didn't know that. Did you know that, Trevor?
What? No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Look it up, man.
This is national news.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Well, like he got snatched.
Yeah, how old was the kid?
Kid died. Kid was like 3 years old,
young.
3 or 4.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Just playing by. He was playing by the lake at like Disney
Springs.
Yeah, and an alligator came out and got him. With like wasn't everyone just like around, but like it just happened so quick. Like it wasn't like the kid was just out there alone. It was just he was close to the water and the mom wasn't that close, and alligator came out and got him.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
No, there's signs that say like don't play here. There's alligators.
Yeah.
Oh,
I completely agree.
Dan,
But guess what? They didn't think of the worst possible scenario. They were just like, oh, I don't see any alligators. You should be fine. Spoiler alert.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
alligators don't go under the water.
I feel for them, but damn, if it had signs there and they still had their kids there, like what the fuck?
Yeah,
I think
no,
that's
I agree.
Kevin's
I mean,
point,
like, it's-
kind of. though.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point.
Well, no. You're saying imagine the worst, but I mean, if they're at least prepping you for the worst, saying, "Hey, dude, there's alligators in this lake. Don't." There's a difference between playing on a lake where everyone's playing on the lake and you're okay and allowed to, and then there's another one where you're at a lake and it says don't go by the lake. It's
Yeah,
fucking
but
got
I mean,
alligators.
like if you're at a lake in Florida, you know there's a possibility of alligators being
Exactly.
there.
100%.
It shouldn't. You shouldn't need a sign that says there might be alligators here. You're in fucking Florida.
You need a sign for tourists.
Yeah.
You got to give them that. No, not everyone knows.
Okay,
about
I
Florida.
got
No,
you.
you're right.
Taurus. I
You're
got
right
you,
about that.
Taurus. I got you.
So if now Disney
Yeah, I guess
didn't
that
have a
makes
sign,
sense.
then they're fucked. Like
They
you
would have been sued. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
So if there were signs, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
feel for them. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be a dick, but if they told you, bro, there's alligators,
Yeah.
why the fuck are you having your kid by the water? So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like at
You should know
baseball
better, at least
games.
be able to see the sign.
If you get hit with a foul ball, there's like a thing on the back of your baseball ticket that basically says you can't sue us if you get hit with a foul ball. You're at a fucking baseball game.
I didn't know that.
It might happen. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
That first guy
baseball-
got paid though, I'm sure, right?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But now,
Texas
like,
guys.
We're not doing this again.
now basically on the back of any like ticket, it basically says like if you get injured, it's on you. Like you're
Yeah.
at our baseball stadium, you might get injured. It happens.
I respect that.
That like broken windshield and shit like that, I'm sure too.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, boys, that is the show. Trev,
Alright.
so we obviously going to give you a little bit more time. Let everyone know how to find you.
All right. So many ways. All right. So I'm on Facebook, Trevor Lakin. I'm on Instagram as the Shirtless Preacher.
Of course.
I just recently, actually probably maybe 2 days ago, I started an Instagram for my real estate stuff. It's called Smoke Signal Home Solutions. I probably have a grand total of maybe 7 followers right now, but like I said, I just started it up. But it's just something for me to like document my real estate stuff to kind of, help inspire other people to, if they're in the real estate and they're just getting started with a low barrier of entry, it's kind of like documentation and inspiration for them.
That's
too.
awesome.
So yeah, that's 2 ways. Smoke Signal Home Solutions on Instagram. I think I have a Facebook page, but I'm not sure. I started it so I can do some ads, but it's got like the picture and that's it.
Gotcha.
So don't be super impressed.
Let's check them out on Instagram first.
Yeah, Instagram for sure. That's where I'm most active, is the Shirtless Preacher. I do a thing called Shirtless Preacher Sundays where I post a video every Sunday. It's usually around like 9 o'clock or so. Like I usually try to go like off minute, like 9:03, 9:04, something like that. But yeah, it's basically just like the inspirational, motivational videos that I put on there. If you need a good swift kick in the ass, I'm definitely your guy.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what it is, man. Just no bones about it. I gave you two completely straight, no sugarcoat bullshit. That's it.
Nice. Well,
put on the Lose Yourself and watch some Shirtless Preacher, and we'll be ready.
Yeah.
to go.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man.
Lose Yourself, and then there's a video of me just like doing donuts in the Publix parking lot, waiting for somebody to
Love it.
stop in
Yeah.
front of me.
Whatever you do, don't listen to Lose Yourself, then listen to Shirtless Preacher, then go to Publix because it's not going to end well.
No, dude, you'll like juggernaut through fucking walls. I guarantee it.
Exactly.
Like,
Dangerous combo.
it is.
Kev, you survived, bro. You survived
Bro,
the
hey.
episode 13 with the cold or flu or whatever you got. I'm impressed. Everyone else is impressed.
Like Michael Jordan over here.
Hey,
are
that's
you
right.
are you actually gonna watch Super Bowl? Or you're gonna go night night?
No, I'm gonna watch Super. I mean, I got enough caffeine in me to run through a wall right now. So
Put on Lose Yourself, man. There it is.
Nice.
Like I'm ready to go.
Can I real quick, because it just popped up on my phone.
Uh-huh.
Our post reach is up 186% in the last 28 days to 122,000.
Nice.
Our post engagement is up to 24.4 thousand, which is up 183%. And this is all in the last 28 days. We've gotten 122,000 post reach, 24.4 thousand post engagements, and our new page likes in the last 28 days are up 78% to 214. So we're making moves, man. I'm saying we're exploding. So hop on this bandwagon.
Nobody knows what that means, but perfect.
Yeah. So they're basically, it's implying that they don't hate us. They're interested.
Yeah.
So that's good.
They're getting more interested is my point.
You guys are fucking killing it, man.
Yeah. So obviously I'm gonna let Kev wrap it up, but yeah, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Wait, who's everybody got for the Super Bowl, real quick?
Rams.
You know I can't pick the Patriots. Rams.
Yeah. I'm going Patriots.
Fuck you.
Are you wanting the Patriots to win, or are you saying that's who you think are gonna win?
Yeah, because honestly, like I think if they win, I think that maybe this might be it for that crew. You know,
dude, it's not though. Right. That's the thing.
Yeah, it might be.
It's not though. Tom Brady wants to play till he's 75.
If they win the Super Bowl, 100% Rob Gronkowski's retiring. 100%.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's the one I could see.
Trevor, who do you got?
I just hope both teams have fun.
There you go. I like it.
Yeah.
The Patriots are miserable.
Here's a totally great way. I know fuck all about football.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I don't really watch it.
There we go.
It's just never been my thing. I never really got it. I tried. Like I had a friend of mine sit me down at Ale House when I bartended there because like obviously football is like huge at Ale House. So when I bartended there, I was like, all right, bro, teach me football.
Teach me the ways.
And he's like, all right. So, and it was probably like, I don't know, like the second half, something. I don't know, some shit. Guys are on the field doing shit. There's a yellow line. He's like, all right, you see the yellow line? I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, that shit's not real. I was like, how's it not real? And he goes, all right. So I was like, do they like fucking paint it?
He
went
erase it. He went too quick in.
Yeah, that's the rabbit hole. You went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
He's like the line of scrimmage. I was like, you fucking lost. I don't know what that means.
Maybe
thank you. I'll try again later.
Yeah. He went too quick.
Yeah, I tried and everything. I was like, I mean, good for you. Whatever. I mean, that's all on you. But yeah, I'm the guy over here with the shirt that says, I just hope both teams are fun. So.
All right, Kev, wrap it up for us.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening in today. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Thank you, Trevor, for coming on, the Shirtless Preacher.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. Don't forget to rate and review us on whatever platform you're using, whether it's Spotify or Podbean or whatever the hell you're doing. I don't give a shit.
Just keep listening, though. We appreciate that part.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Get involved with the show with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Give us that feedback. Tell Chase he's an idiot.
Nope.
Well, yeah, do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but you're wrong. In this instance, I am an idiot. You're right about that. But.
Yeah.
Visit us on cup2cuplife.com, cup2cuplife.com, where you will find our brackets and some BS about our subs, all these damn upsets.
And all of our guests, too, are on there, too. So if you want to find, like, you're not going to remember some of the handles and stuff like that. So all of our past guests. We've only had 2 so far, but it'll grow. So you'll find all their information on there, too. So it's not all just about the brackets, but you have the dad tips, too. And you can listen on the site, too, if you don't want to check out all those shitty platforms Kevin's ranting about.
Yep. Anyways, thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, guys.
Yep.
Thank you. Keep sharing.
Thank you for having me.
Go Patriots.
Stop.
It wasn't me.
It was you.